Thank you. Agitate, agitate, agitate. Agitate, agitate, agitate. In the words of the late, great Frederick Douglass, there is no progress without struggle, and if we do not struggle, we will not make progress. Good morning, Dallas ISD. Good morning. Okay, let's try this. I saw the sound over that says, the vision is to be the best urban district in the United States of America. Let's try that again. Good morning, Dallas ISD. Good morning. We'll try it one more time. Good morning, Dallas ISD. Good morning. Thank you. It is a good morning, and it's a great morning to be here today. My name is Dr. Mack T. Hines III, and I will be your moderator for today's illustrious event. More than being a moderator, I am so proud, so excited, so ecstatic to be an African-American male, because I am a representation of what is right with Black America and what Black America can do. But as my esteemed colleague has just said, this is not about me being a Black male. This is about me helping us to understand where our future goes. And our future lies with all the Black males here in this room today. And I would just like to say that it is so great, after looking on the news for the last 2 years, seeing so much negativity about African-American males, it is so great to see so many beautiful, handsome African-American males in our midst today. Please give them a round of applause. Give it up, please. It is important to highlight this point because whether we realize it or not, African-American males in our school system is one of the most important, pressing, and one of the most daunting issues that are facing school systems today. And I would like to commend Dallas ISD for really looking at this from the perspective of what we need to do about African-American males. Today's session, today's event is not about what we could do, what we should do, or what we might do to help African-American males. Today, we're here to talk about what we better do, what we must do, and what we need to do to help our African-American males do the best and be the best they can be. And the starting point has to be listening to the mouths of our babes, being able to really understand how our African-American male students feel about how they negotiate their day-to-day life experiences in and out of school. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I have 3 questions. And the 3 questions are, what keeps some African-American students from excelling in mathematics? The second question is, describe the type of community support you receive in regards to graduating from high school. And the third and final question is, what is needed to help all students become college ready or workforce ready with regards to African-American male students? So due to the interest of time, I'm going to cut right to the chase and get right to these questions. I will post the first question, and then we will ask an African-American male to come to either of these microphones and please express yourself. As my colleague has said, do not spare our feelings, shoot straight, and as the kids say today, we would like you to keep it 100 and be real, because we will use that information to develop a realistic approach to ensuring that African-American males are successful here in Dallas ISD. I don't know whether you realize this or not, this session, this event is not all about whether or not we can help African-American male students. We're going to do that. That's going to happen. Just as sure as my name is Mack Hines. That's going to happen. We're going to ensure that every African-American male in Dallas ISD achieves a level of success that we can all be proud of. But we're going to start that process today by listening to what you as African-American males have to say. So, without further ado, the first question is, what keeps some African-American students from excelling in mathematics? I repeat, what keeps some African-American students from excelling in mathematics? The floor is now open. Please state your name and the school you're from before you start your speech. Thank you so much, sir.
Emmanuel Foster. I attend J.F. Patton Academic Center. And the situation that you just brought up, sir, the way I feel about it is, like, all my math teachers that I had over the high school years, the 4 years I've been in high school, they say they break the math down to you to where you understand it, but they don't really just, you know what I'm saying? They say come to tutoring. They tell you the reasons why you should come to tutoring about, you know what I'm saying, math, but they really just don't break it down. Like pre-cal. That's a hard subject right there. And they don't really just necessarily break it down. They teach it, you know what I'm saying? You can teach a student anything all day long. But that don't mean they're gonna learn it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if we would have, like, instead of having like one teacher in the classroom teaching a subject, maybe have like 2, 3 of them, because some classrooms be very big and everybody don't learn on the same pace. So I feel like if it's like more teachers that's in them subjects that's, you know what I'm saying, need to be taught and that we need to understand, I think we should have more than just that one teacher in that classroom to, know what I'm saying, help students out with what's going on.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Great. There's room for more. Yes, sir.
My name is Braylon Adams. I'm from Dallas Hillcrest.
Okay.
And I feel like where it's not, y'all making a big emphasis about it being African American. It's not about being black or what color you is. It's about like putting the time and like studying, going to tutoring and getting the information out of class. Because being black, being Hispanic people not passing mathematics, being white people not passing mathematics. So it's not about being black. It's about taking initiative and being like you said, without struggle, it ain't no progress. If you struggle and you're not going to get the help for that struggle, then it's not helping you get nowhere in life. Like you gotta put in the time to be good at what you want to do, and not just use being black as an excuse as not getting something done. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Yes, sir. Please come forward.
Hi, everybody doing? My name is Ivory Alexis. I'm here with Lincoln High School. And I feel like in mathematics, I had pretty good teachers all 4 years. But the thing is, the students I see in my classes and around me don't take the time to actually go study the material, because I know for a fact that mathematics, like algebra 2, pre-cal, calculus, it don't just stick with a lot of people, because I'm actually number 3 in my class, and I still have a hard time with math sticking with me. So it's taking the time out to go to tutoring, studying, actually reviewing what you learned that day so it will stick with you. That's all I got to say.
Excellent. Yes.
Good morning. My name is Devondre Gross, and I'm representing Auto M Friday. To first of all sum up, along with what he just stated, for African American men, there are so many other distractions in the district and in their schools and in their environments that stop them from being able to do good in certain subjects. First of all, addressing the issue of mathematics. Mathematics in general makes you think. That's the reason why it's always in the books. It's the hardest subject, and he said, you know, you can't succeed without struggle. And first of all, mathematics makes us think. It makes us want to learn more, and it gets your mind into a pattern so that you're able to understand and dissect particular equations so that you're able to succeed in other subjects. When you think about math, if you think about the students that are good in math, they're usually good in science, they're usually good in English. And for African American men ourselves, for us to be having so many distractions, like what I was watching on this video, there are people that want to be rappers, there are students that are always in extracurricular activities, there are students that might be doing drugs, there might be students that have trouble at home. And for African American men, we see that because a lot of us are being in those situations more than many other races, which is the reason why he asked the question African American men, because there are so many other cultures and other races that are not struggling with these particular issues as much as us. So for African American men to achieve in this subject, their minds must have to be there. Their full energy must have to be in this subject if this is the subject in which they are struggling. And if not, then we'll be stuck in this session. And I've been here in Dallas Independent School District for 4 years, and if we had one of these subjects and one of these forums for us, I'm sure that we could have addressed this issue 4 years ago and maybe been able to help the African American population in Dallas Independent School District with this math question.
Hold on, before you hold pause. You said something. I have to go and delve deep into that. You said that you kept saying there's so many distractions for African American men, and then you expounded on that. My question to you is, before I turn over to my other gentleman, is why do you think those distractions are there? What do you think influences that? Is it the African American male? Is it society? What is it that you think influences and causes African American men to have more distractions than men or students from other cultures? Where do you think that comes from, young brother?
Well, first of all, I believe that it starts at home. It's all about your support systems in your society. It's also about your environment. If you're in an environment of drug dealers and crackheads and weed smokers and people that are always encouraging you to go into these particular areas, then that is usually where we go, and those are the distractions I'm talking about. I'm just talking about a student that is walking to school, getting interrupted by prostitutes and getting interrupted by crackheads and crack houses, and those are the type of distractions, because peer pressure causes these students and these mindsets for the African American male, in my perspective, this is my perspective,
sure,
for them to be distracted because that's what they see. That's what they see. If you see someone going to work every day, if you are raised up in a neighborhood, in an environment of people that go to college and your whole family went to college and your whole mom and dad are there and have that structural build for you, then of course you are more equipped and more inept to go in towards that area. But if you're in an environment where you see a drug dealer making a stack of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and fast money, and you see that instead of going to school, and you see that as an easier route, which way is he going to take? Is he going to take the difficult route, or is he going to take the easy route where he sees most of his friends going, and of course it's going to harm him in the future, but he's not looking that far. He's looking at where I'm at now, and this is where I want to go.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
My name is Clarence Williams, and I go to Gilliam Collegiate Academy. And the man that just answered this question, he really summed it up pretty well. It's just the fact that it's not just African American students, it's all students, but it's us that really don't try to exceed in mathematics. And it's not just mathematics, it's all subjects. When you see something that's hard and it don't come to the mind right, you just ain't about to do it just because you ain't about to do it. You ain't about to answer it because it's too hard for you to answer. And it does, and another answer to this question ties up in the second question. It does have something to do with the community and the support you get from home. And if drug dealers are making fast money and you have to go to school and it takes a process just to get to the money when you are in school, well, why? Just go and sell drugs. You're going to get money fast anyway. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say?
I know what you're saying, yes, sir. I hear you loud and clear.
I'm nervous.
You did a good job.
And that's
Great.
all I have to say about this.
All right, thank you. Good job, please. Good job. Give it up.